Join me today as I do make-ahead breakfasts. This is going to save you so much money when you're busy going to the beach or whatever you've got going on this summer. I'm getting started first thing by making green smoothies, and I'm making this for myself and for my family. And I just need to get something easily going for breakfast that won't take too much time. I'm getting started with half a banana, a handful of organic spinach from our salad greens farm, about a quarter of a cup of Greek yogurt, and a quarter a cup of protein powder. And then I'm topping it up with almond milk, or you could use any milk of your choice. Then I'll just be blending this up until it's creamy and smooth. All of today's recipes will be down in the description box below. And green smoothies is something that I have made on the regular over the years while we've had our farm, because we specialize in growing salad greens. And greens are full of protein, vitamins, and just so many great things for your body. I really want to start my day off right before I get started with all of this cooking. And a high protein shake or breakfast is perfect. But the other thing that I've been doing for sustained energy and focus throughout the day is using Magic Mind, which is a mental performance shot. And it uses the power of adaptogens and nootropics, as well as immune boosters and so many healthy ingredients that are natural. And it's full of powerful and healthy ingredients such as functional mushrooms like lion's mane and cordyceps, ceremonial matcha for increased energy levels, ashwagandha, and a bunch of your B vitamins, including B12. And this is going to give you sustained energy and focus throughout your entire day. So I've been doing a 7-day challenge where I've been using Magic Mind every single day in the morning as part of my morning routine. And some of the ingredients have longer term effects that you might not feel until up to even 4 days after you've taken it. And so it really does have beneficial long-term effects that will just keep you going and feeling so much stronger, brighter, and healthier. So if you're interested in giving Magic Mind a try, head down to my description box, because you can get 48% off of your first subscription for the next 10 days. So this will only be for the next 10 days, and you can get 20% off of your first purchase if you choose not to get a subscription. So that is just excellent, excellent savings. And once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Not only does it have a great flavor, it's just what you need to get your day started on the right foot. So I hope you'll give Magic Mind a try. So I'm just going to get finishing this up, and then we're going to get started with the recipes. One of the things that I'll be making today is breakfast sandwiches. And I'll be doing sort of an assembly line production. And I've got a lot of meat that I need to get cooked here. So I've got 3 packages of bacon that I've defrosted overnight. And I'll be cooking these in my air fryer because this is the quickest way for me to get this done. And then I also have a package of sausage meat that's ground that I will be making into patties. In a bowl, I'm putting together my ground sausage meat, about a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper, a half a cup of oats, a cup of breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and some chopped onion. And then I'm just going to mix that all up and get that going on a hot cast iron griddle, or you could use a frying pan. And I'm just going to be making these the perfect size for my English muffins. Now I know these gloves are kind of ugly looking, but I just don't like getting meat under my fingernails, and this is just the easiest way for me to get the job done and not get grossed out. So I'm also using an ice cream scoop, and this is just going to give me that perfect size that I need for my breakfast sandwiches, and I'll be pushing this down with a fork. And with 1 package of this ground sausage meat, I ended up getting about 16 or 17 sausage patties. So I figured that was really good for the size of that package that only costed about $6. And now I'm getting my fruit going for my parfaits that I'll be making. I've got some frozen blackberries and some frozen raspberries, and I'll be putting them each in a pot, and then adding about 3/4 of a cup of sugar and about 2 tablespoons to 1/4 cup of tapioca. Very simple and easy, and it kind of reminds me of a pie filling. And I like to make this for my yogurt parfaits, but I'm also making an overnight oat and chia pudding. I'll be getting this going on a medium heat and letting this cook until it's hot and bubbly and thickened from the tapioca. And I'm just adding a little bit of water, just enough to kind of get it going. On this particular day, it was really hot. We're getting 30-degree weather here. And so I am just motivated to get the job done so we can go to the beach, which is exactly what we did. So I'm getting these sheet pans ready for sheet pan eggs. And I've got to load these up with butter so that my eggs don't stick. And then I'm preheating my oven to 345, and I'll be cooking my eggs in there for about 20 minutes. I'm doing a dozen eggs per sheet pan, and then I'm adding about 1/4 of a cup of heavy cream and a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper to each sheet pan. Right now here in BC, Canada, we're getting 38-degree weather, and it's pretty much a heat wave, but thank the Lord we've had a lot of rain this spring. And normally when we get these heat wave temperatures, this is when forest fires light up like crazy. But because we've had so much rain this spring, I think we're going to be okay. I just hope and pray that we don't end up with a really bad forest fire season like we have for the past several years. I am really excited about having these breakfast sandwiches because, let's face it, fast food is not cheap anymore. It's something that is very costly. And if we can make something similar at home that we can just heat up very quickly and either take with us on the go or have as a quick morning breakfast, it is just a huge cost in savings. And so this is something that I would like to do on a regular basis. My sheet pan eggs turned out beautifully, and now I'm getting started with my parfaits while they cool down. I made these overnight oat and chia puddings, and the recipe is down below. So that was made last night, and then today I'm assembling the parfaits, and I'm putting that fruit on the bottom that I got cooking on the stove. And then I'll be putting the oat chia pudding in there. And it's so simple and easy to make. For each container, I just made it with 3 cups of almond milk, 1.5 cups of oats, 6 tablespoons of chia seeds, and a quick glug of maple syrup. And this is just so delicious, and my kids have pretty much demolished them already, and it's only just the next day as I'm doing this voiceover. So they are absolutely delicious, and they're filling, so it's a great breakfast option. You can really experiment with the different flavors that you use for these parfaits. And I'm also going to be making yogurt parfaits. I've got a recipe for making your own thick and creamy Greek yogurt on my channel, and I'll put that in a card. But I've experimented with different types of fruit on the bottom, and I pretty much make them all in the same way. So you can just pick up any fresh or frozen fruit. And then I'm topping these parfaits off with some fresh berries. And I think this adds a really pretty touch when you open up the jar and go to eat it. I made 6 of the overnight oat chia puddings, and now I'm doing 6 of the Greek yogurt parfaits. And it's really nice having this variation because you can pick one or the other. And I picked up these jam jars at the store, and I like having these on hand for different things like this. And of course I use them for canning, but it's nice to have some just to use for things that you keep in your fridge. And so I always keep different sized mason jars for different things like this. So there we have it, 12 different parfaits, and this is just like a smorgasbord in your fridge. I made these English muffins the night before. They're so quick and easy to make yourself, and they're so expensive to purchase at the store, and you usually only get 6. So I went ahead and made 24 of these. And I plan on making them all into breakfast sandwiches. So I'm just slicing them open, and then I'm going to be using my sheet pan eggs as well as the sausage patties and some cheese. And I'm keeping any sauce or anything like that out of these for now, and that can always be added when you heat them up and go to eat them. So I'm just cutting up these sheet pan eggs, and I'm using my wooden spatula because I don't want to scratch up my pans. And I'm putting these into the right size for my English muffins. So I'm getting quite a lot of use out of these eggs. I was at a deli just the other day that sells a lot of sandwiches, and I saw them doing a production line like this where they just had so many sandwiches being made all at once. And it really made me realize that that's exactly what I need to do at home if I want to produce a lot of food at once. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. And I think that this is just such a great way to think when you're going to make a lot of food, is just to kind of set it up like an assembly line and just get it going. And you can just make so much food in a fraction of the time that you would if you just did a little bit at once. And so I really want to keep pushing myself with these skills, and I want to keep making a lot of food at once because I really want to enjoy my summer and spend as much time at the beach as possible, because we've been taking our 2 dogs, Bruno and Sage, to the dog beach, and we're just loving it. It's so much fun, and that's kind of our new thing. And so I want to be able to grab something and just go at a moment's notice and not be bogged down with cooking. So now I'm getting started with some croissant breakfast sandwiches. And I cut these sheet pan eggs a little bit different in a more rectangular shape just to fit in there better, as well as the cheese. And then I'll be adding bacon in here. You can certainly go ahead and do this with any store-bought bun or whatever you like. I even bought some tortillas because I thought I might get some breakfast burritos done as well in this video, but quite honestly, it was a really hot day, and by the time that I got done all of this, I knew there was just no way that I could do more. But I would like to do another breakfast video because I had other recipes in mind that I wanted to do. It's just hard to do it all at once in one day. But it's just going to be so fabulous to grab these sandwiches and head off to the beach, or even for work in the morning on work days. It's just perfect. And I believe that what I have here will definitely get us through the entire week as a family of 5. So I'm pretty much just doing the same thing over and over again. And if I had a bigger table, I would definitely be doing more at once. But this is just the space that I have on our kitchen table. And I just kind of clear it off. And I use it in my videos for things like this because it's the space that I have and I make do with what I have. So 8 more breakfast sandwiches, and I got a total of 24 because that's how many English muffins that I made. And then I got 8 croissant breakfast sandwiches as well. And I even had leftover ingredients that I could have made more with. So this really makes a lot. I would love to know in the comments what you guys are doing for your summer break. Are you going on any vacations anywhere? And if not, what do you like to do in the community where you live? It's just so interesting to hear what other people are doing in other parts of the world. So definitely let me know that down in the comments. And for us, we're pretty much just working on our farm, which is really intense because we only have this season to really make it happen. And so we work really hard to get our farm producing as much as we can throughout the season. And then we pretty much just use our weekends to go to the beach, take hikes, and do family things. I'm wrapping these up just using regular plastic wrap. And you can definitely stick these in your freezer as well. Just pop them in a freezer bag and you'll have breakfast sandwiches for a lot of time to come. Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. And don't forget to go check out Magic Mind. They have some great savings for you down in the description box below. And they have a 100-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not completely satisfied, you will get your money back. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.